Your ideal cable length for an antenna is about 4 or so inches.
This video is sponsored by PCBWay. They make custom printed circuit boards. So if you like doing DIY electronic stuff, you should definitely check them out because you can choose what kind of components to go on your circuit board and what type of circuit board you want to use, and they have thousands of different options, and they can even assemble all of the components on the circuit board so it's ready to rock and roll when it gets to your door. Now if you're not into electronics, they also offer rapid prototyping services. They can do sheet metal, they can do CNC machining, injection molding, and 3D printing, and in all types of materials. So if you are into that, definitely check out PCBWay. I'm going to have a link to them down in the description of this video. Now back to the video.
I am Alex Greve, better known as IBCrazy, and I own Video Aerial Systems.
Is it a big deal if you have your antenna like right up against the quadcopter frame versus like how far away, and like does it make a difference?
So in general, at high frequencies, almost any surface can be a reflector. Carbon fiber acts as a reflector. So if you're really, really close to the frame, that antenna sticking up, the frame's right beneath it, it's quite literally reflecting off the frame and blasting upward as opposed to outward where you want it. So your ideal position is between 2 and 3 inches above the carbon fiber frame. If you're a little bit closer than 2 inches, that's okay, but just understand the closer you are to that frame or inside of it ends up reducing your signal. Now going beyond 3 inches is okay as well, but you're starting to incur excessive cable loss. So you really want to hunt for that 2 to 3 inches above the frame. That's really the sweet spot. That's 1 to 1.5 wavelengths. So long cables, so in an antenna, the only part you want to transmit is this head of the antenna. Okay, once the cable becomes so long, okay, it'll begin to resonate, and that's called skin effect. And you can do things like use what's called a balun, which stands for balance unbalance, to balance the cable to the antenna so only the antenna itself resonates. However, once the cable gets so long, that balun starts to work less and less and less, and it just overtakes it. So unfortunately, your ideal cable length for an antenna is about 4 or so inches. Once you get past 4 inches, the cable begins to resonate no matter what you do. So that's why my cables are just at 4 inches, and there's a balun inside. So I basically stack the deck as best I can. But again, you don't want this right up against your quadcopter frame. You want it up about like that, about 2 to 3 inches. It's a balance between keeping this cable from resonating and actually keeping the head away from the quadcopter frame. It's a balance, right? It's a balancing act. And 3 inches is about where I see the best effect. So.
Very good. Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
What is going on here? Where you at, Jeff? There you are. I do love a good airplane drop, Jason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
we got a lot of...
And when he flies it, it's portable, it's easy to build. It does anything you want it to do from loose roll. He's not even been flying more than just a little over a year.
We get bars in our goggles that show.